What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For today, I'm going to take you guys through one of my favorite things ever, a fresh month of planning. I'm going to share with you how to set up goals that actually freaking matter to you, how to stick with a planner. You might not be a planner person. I wasn't either. I would buy planners and let them collect dust and I would never finish them. And I'm going to show you a system that really worked for me. I'm also going to share the new covers for the Daily Grind Planner, which I'm super excited about. So I'm going to dive into absolutely everything. How I map out a fresh 4 months. We have 3 months left in the year, so we could head into January with your game plan and hit more by January than most people do in 12 months, which is insane. How to map out a full 30 days, 31 days in this case, and how to map out your week based off of that, and then how to plan your day every single day in under 5 minutes, but actually do needle moving stuff that actually matters to you and not just end your day being like, what did I do today? And that was really why I developed this concept called the Daily Grind. I used to just draw this in my own bullet journal, just a blank bullet journal every single day, and you guys would always ask how I did it. So I thought, why not print it out? So we did that, and the Daily Grind Planner has now existed for almost a year. And this was what my planner looked like every single day. And I would draw this out fresh every single day. And I thought, well, it'd be a lot easier if the layout already existed. So we have daily pages, we have weekly pages. We've got our week ahead page here. And I'm going to take you through exactly how I do this headed into a fresh month. I'm going to share some goals with you, hopefully jog your brain a little bit and help you set 10 solid goals for this coming month. And I also want to show you these new planners because they're launching on Monday, September 12th, so really soon. And they're incredible. So this is the spell book one, Hocus Pocus one. So you've got the Daily Grind. This seems to be the most popular one that you guys are losing your minds over. And I don't know if you can see the subtle details on it, but there is the dot grid layout in the background, just like the traditional covers. And there is also like a book background on here, just like the real spell book in Hocus Pocus. So they all have the black binding, so you can actually plan with a lay flat top, which is the best way to plan in my opinion. And it is small enough that you can bring it with you, but big enough that you have room to actually plan out your stuff. All of the pages are 100 GSM, which means that the paper is thick and will not bleed through. So that was really important to us as well. This is the Look Alive planner cover, hence on the back. So this is inspired by the Haunted Mansion, but also Nightmare Before Christmas, like in Disneyland. Same with we did all 3 with the black coil. Love this. And then the third one is the family. And there's so many Easter eggs on this design and I love it. And all of these little notes and everything and all the potions. I mean, I can't. And then the quote on the back of this one. So we're launching all 3 on Monday, September 12th, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. This is our first ever exclusive limited run. They were not produced to stay in stock, so they probably will sell out very, very quickly. So if you want one, get one. I'm so curious which one you like the best because there is such a debate in our Daily Grind accountability group. So if you already have a Daily Grind planner, please join the Daily Grind accountability group. I pop in there, we share designs, we have spotlights on people that are crushing it with their Daily Grind planners. We're gonna do giveaways, but the most important thing is we give you about a 1-hour window on launch day. So anybody that is in that group that already has a Daily Grind planner, the whole purpose of the group obviously is to support you with your planner. So you must have a Daily Grind planner to be in there. But everybody that is in that group will get early access to this. Dive into it and start planning 4 months ahead, 1 month ahead, a week ahead, and then the daily layout. And I'm going to show you all of the ins and outs of how I plan my day. Cool? So if that's something you want to see, then just keep watching. All right, let's jump into this plan with me. I am so excited to take you guys through exactly how I do this. Please know that you don't need a Daily Grind planner to do this. You can totally use a blank journal if you'd like. So I'm just gonna use mine so I can show you guys exactly how I do it and my process and how much it works. I love it. So the very first page has a little bit of instructions on it, and then you jump into this 4-month vision ahead. So it's really cool to be able to map out what actually matters to you and base your goals off of that. And it also kind of gives you a little bit of a sense of urgency because a lot of us think that we have all this time and 4 months from now we're actually into a new year. So it's kind of cool to think about and to be able to map your goals. So I ask myself these 4 questions: where am I today? How far I want to go? where will I waste time, and what can I do well? And that's going to become my superpower. So those are the first 4 questions. And then the second 4 questions are what I want to accomplish. How will I celebrate? We often don't think about that. How can I be more consistent? And what is my biggest goal? So I write all of this out. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just point form. And then I map out my 4-month plan ahead. So none of this is crazy. It goes by pretty fast. It's easy to set up this planner, which is why I love it. You don't spend a ton of time on it. I feel like that's why we don't use planners. When they just take too much time to fill out, it can become daunting. And that's why I created it like this, so that you can map it out, mash it out, and you actually feel like you're achieving way more than you would in 12 months, and you achieve in as little as 4. So this is how I map out my top 10 goals. Each month I have a different set of top 10 goals, but it stays the same all month long. So I map this out in my month ahead page. So for here, I just write out what month we're in, and then I have 10 different color coded markers. And you don't have to use markers if you don't want to. I just feel like it's easier to track this way. So once I have my 10 different colors mapped out, I go into that 4-month vision and I just start highlighting each of the things that really matter to me that I wrote out in a different color. So I end up with 10 goals throughout that page of all the things that mattered to me and what I wrote out from I wanted to wake up early to I wanted to be able to do a daily workout. And in this, I want you to note that I try and add a metric to it. So there's always a number or a level associated to it. Example, 6 a.m. wake up daily workout. I wanted to do 31 workouts this month. That way I can actually check off the list once I've got that done. Then I map out all the days of the month. And what I'm doing here in just that extra space is I'm using the top 10 goals to map out my day and what my schedule is going to look like. So I put each of those 10 goals and just when I'm going to touch on each of them to give myself a little bit of a guide as to what my month is going to look like. And then I always love to do a little bit of doodles, especially into a fresh season and a fresh month. So I want to show you guys how I do this because I often get asked about my little doodles in my journal and in my planners, and they're nothing crazy. I just use the same markers as what I use to map out my goals so that all the colors are cohesive. And I just drew out these cute little leaves, and then I use my black pen to add some details. And if you ever need ideas for what to doodle, you can go onto Pinterest. I always pin mine as well on my Pinterest. I'll share these on Pinterest as well, and you can just create a little mood board and example board for yourself. So once the month ahead is done, then I move on to the week ahead, also just as fast to complete. And you don't have to think about your top 10 goals anymore. You don't have to figure them out because they've been established for the month. So these are going to repeat themselves every single week throughout the month and every single day. So I put my 10 different colors and then I just reference the page ahead because, you're going to start to know it by heart as the month goes on, but in the beginning, you got to write them out. So what I do for the week ahead is I write a little baby shark bite of a goal of that big goal. So example, a daily wake up at 6 a.m. The goal by the end of the week is that I did that all week long, and how it's going to happen is I set my alarm. So every goal has a little baby shark bite goal, and it has a how it's going to happen. And then you can come back at the end of the week and check it off if you've done it. And then on the bottom left, what I'm doing is writing out my top priorities. So which goals are the most important to me for the week. And then I base my schedule off of that. And again, I just stick with the same colors, just visually it helps me understand what I'm doing. And then I have a mantra for the week. So new month, new goals, big changes. And then I have a list of what I will do for me. So you can see an example here of top 10 goals. They hit all different areas of my life, from finishing classes to meal planning to going to bed early. And I make sure that I touch on a little bit of each area of my life. And I also made this page a little bit spooky, and I wanted to show you not only how I sketch these, but how I utilize the blank pages in the Daily Grind Planner. So if you have a blank bullet journal, you can totally follow along with this, or if you want to use this for your blank pages in the Daily Grind Planner, by all means. So what I do is I love to create habit trackers. So just like the habit tracker at the beginning of the planner, this is kind of like a mood tracker, and this could be tracking for anything. This could be tracking for your showers, making sure that the house is clean, whatever you might want. But for me, I wanted to do a mood tracker so that I could kind of see the progression of the month and just which colors tend to be the trend. So what you're going to do is color in each of the little components of that web on each day based off of how you're feeling. And then you can put a little guide here at the top. So I'm doing 4 spiders, and each of them are colored 4 different colors. So whenever it's the dark green, it's gonna be happy, light green, energetic, tired, or grumpy. And you could have as many or as little as you want. So super easy, but kind of cool to be able to look back on that at the end of the month. So from that, let's go into the daily page. This is how I map out my day every single morning. It takes me less than 5 minutes, and it is the most powerful part of my day, hands down. So the first thing I do is I put the date at the top of the page, and then I map out my top 10 goals, which again are already established. I just repeat them every single day. And like I said, by the end of the month, you will know your 10 goals by heart, which is really cool, because a lot of the times we set goals and half the time they don't matter to us, and we just write them out because we think that that's what we want. So you've taken the time to figure out what really matters to you, but you've also repeated them every single day. So they've stayed in front of you every single day. So I repeat the top 10 goals, and then I have one to-do list item per goal, and that becomes my to-do list for the day. And it can be the tiniest little to-do list item. So example, waking up at 6 a.m. I wanted to make sure that I was downstairs by 5:50. My workout was the big goal. I wanted to complete my daily workouts. So my workout today was lift more. And then you can see me here filling out the daily grind. The daily grind is the 3 needle moving activities. I don't know if you know that. The idea of the daily grind is your 3 big needle movers. And the 3 movers that are right in the middle of the page are your top 3 to-do list items for the day. So my workout, to set up my website, and then to film at 11 a.m. So what I'm doing right now is I'm filling out the schedule. And again, I just use those same colors to kind of map out based off of when I'm going to touch on each goal throughout the day. And I don't usually touch on every single goal. I try, but that's why you have your top 3. And the idea of your top 3 is you don't go to bed until those 3 needle movers are done. And then in here, I have some gratitude as well. I have the boxes that you can check off if it's done almost, or if you're gonna do it tomorrow. And I tried to keep it positive by not saying, that you didn't get it done, you're gonna do it tomorrow. So it's a little bit more, positive for yourself. So you can see here, I wrote out meal planning, videos posted, everything has a metric. I don't try and be too vague here. I try and get really specific on what I'm gonna do and when, but this entire planning system takes me 5 minutes in the morning, and like I said, it's super powerful. And then I always highlight the frame of the date with whichever color goal I touched on the most. So my workout is what I mashed out that day, and that became the theme of the page. And then I decided to do some more doodles, so I did some cute little pastel pumpkins, and again, I just searched on Pinterest for some doodle ideas, and I kind of went to town with that and just got creative. So I'll take pictures of each of these layouts for you guys and put them on my Pinterest, and I will link that down below for you. All right, so this is the finished layout. This is the last page that I'm gonna be sharing with you because that's the most important page. That's your daily page. And I will continue to share these plan with me's. If you guys love them, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know which planner is your favorite. I'm genuinely curious which one you guys like the most, of the family, of the spell book, or of the Look Alive book, which I love. So these are gonna be launching on September 12th, Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. They will sell out probably really fast, so make sure you get on it. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on launch day. Bye, you guys.